Now there is tension in Edo State. The reason is that the Igbanke people have finally said we are Igbos. We are no longer part of the Benin kingdom, and they spoke Igbo. Even the father of a popular musician, Rema, was there. He spoke Igbo too. And I will show you the video. Like I said, there's always a proof here. I'll show you the video after 10 minutes. They spoke Igbo. We are Igbos. We are no longer part of them, the Benin Empire. We have known where we are coming from, and we are proud to be Igbos. That's the Igbanke people in Edo State. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, also share this video with others so that they can have more information. Biafran evangelists, finally the truth has come. Igbanke people have said we know where we belong and we are going there. We are Igbos. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. Remember, Biafran evangelists, that we always speak the truth. It is very, very obvious that, that they have been fooled all this while. Politically, they have been fooling them. But it is very, very okay and good. The Bible said that when the prodigal son realizes himself, he traces his way back. They are using this divide and rule system of government to divide the Igbos. You understand? To divide the brothers, to divide families. Then, in order to make the agitation or the freedom, the Biafran mindset, ideology, ineffective. But you cannot stop the truth. You can only bury it for some days. One day it will rise, it will germinate. So they themselves, as a Igbanke, as I speak to you, yes, they are Igbos. They speak Igbo. They don't. Let me tell you, do you know that Igbanke doesn't understand Benin language? And Benin people do not even understand the Igbanke language. Their language, Igbanke language, is more or less as Asaba language. They are similar like Asaba, Isioluku, and the rest. You understand? They are not speaking pure Igbo. There is a way their own Igbo goes. Do you understand me? But they are not speaking Benin at all, except they learn it. Likewise, the Benin kingdom, the Benin people, they accept that themselves, learn it. They don't understand each other. So they just use the creation of states to merge them together in order to do what? To divide the Igbos based on that name, Biafra. To divide, for it not to stand. That is like in Ikwere, they will tell you, I am not Igbo. Now, Ikweres have, trace their way back, that they truly the ancestral foundation is from Ikwere, and Ikwere is from Igbo. Igbanke now that trace their own, they say yes. And they started doing this, they have money. Igbanke have money. And, they have money. So, and Benin king now decided to suspend. That's why they tried to let him know that they themselves have their own king. They don't have right to suspend. Not because we're there, they join us together. You now feel that you have the power or what it takes to suspend. And let me tell you, even in the Benin kingdom, do you know that in Benin the Benin Empire, the Igbos are part of the people that form the Benin Empire.
Now, Biafran evangelists, many people are saying that it seems that the Igbo nations are finally speaking one voice. For the fact that even for the first Igbo leader, Mr. John Azutan Bata is from Ikwere, that Ika, all of them are now becoming one. But there is a threat from other part of Nigeria that they don't want Igbos to unite. What do you think that the Igbos should do now? Now that they seems to be speaking one voice, what do you think they should do?
Of course, they don't want us to unite. And that is why they have been doing state creation. Are you getting it? Creating south to east, south to this, only in Pandef and whatsoever, only in the eastern part of Nigeria. But they are not creating it in Europe and in the west. Neither are they creating it in the north. All these are the dreams and the vision to divide, for Igbos not to have one voice, for them not to stand out and stand for Biafra, which they are, pursuing as their ideology or vision or dream. But glory be to God that they are now coming. Listen to me. Whether Nigeria like it or not, whether the British like it or not, Biafra will stand. As you can see now, the spirit is moving. On a page, you see, Nisio Tuoni, Ufu, on a Gazi, not connecting. You gotta go, no, because A child that did not know his source of foundation is more or less as one who know not his source of future, who doesn't have a future. Do you understand? So that is what it means. Igbos are coming as one voice, and from today they will continue to go as one voice. Nigeria cannot deceive us any longer.
Opuzodima, Pitamba, these ones are being called Igbo leaders. We are seeing some Igbos are saying, well, we reject them, they are not part of our leader. But then, the Igbos in PDP seems, but there's a rumor that they might move to the APC to support President Tinubu, that the Igbos are ready to back President Tinubu against a Fulani or another candidate. Do you ever see the possibility of Igbos backing President Tinubu, or then they are going to back a Fulani candidate, or they may not even participate in 2027 election?
There is something I want you to know. I want to make it clear to you. When you mention Igbos, for your information, take note. Oga, take note very well. Hear this. When you are mentioning Igbo, don't mention Hope Uzodinma.
He is an Igbo man from Imo State.
Don't mention Pitamba. Don't mention Soludo. But don't mention Wifuru.
No, they are governors.
Excuse me, listen.
Yes.
They are already Nigeria.
Yes.
They are not Igbos. Igbos are not participating in Nigerian politics. Those ones are already Fulani Igbos. Them supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I am not surprised. It is a normal thing. Let me tell you, we are talking about politics here. You know, in politics, it's like a business or a firm. When you are working in a firm, you know, and that firm is paying you a certain amount of money, and you see another company that will pay you higher, what do you have to do? You switch over. If you have an opportunity, you know, to go there and work and earn higher, you go there, you switch over. That is what politics is all about. And let me tell you, and then politics is a dirty thing. It is a game. And in addition to what you have said, instead of Fulani, you know, coming, because Fulani is not in power. I know they are the one removing Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but I believe that in 2027, if Bola Ahmed Tinubu should continue on that seat, definitely that is when Bola Ahmed Tinubu will actually bring out his color towards the Fulanis. Because why is doing the way it's going now, it's like a dancing to them, is because of that 2027. He want to sacrifice everything, you know, kind of to pray for him to just have that seat. By the time he have that second tenure, that is when he will bring out the beast in him.
But then, you know, Igbos are divided now.
So instead of the Fulani, you understand, let Bola Ahmed continue.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, that the Igbos seems to be divided. They are saying that Tinubu should continue instead of another Fulani man to take over.
Of course, based on what is on the ground.
Then, ordinarily, the Igbos and Fulani, are they not supposed to be friends? Are they? Is there any something?
Listen to me. Religiously, they are enemy, and that there no other fact beside what I have told you. Religiously, they are enemy, and that religiously that makes them enemy, that keep the enmity, tells in the blood. So they are trying to force, just the same way they are forcing Yoruba, they are trying to force us to accept their religion, which is not going to be possible. That is an Islam. You understand? So because of Igbos not ready and not willing, and Igbos standing on their ground, because we know ourselves, we stand on our ground, that you are not going to control us. Yorubas can dance to that, but we cannot deviate on what we believe. So our belief is final, and that is what we believe. So that is why there is an enmity, a serious one, and we can never agree to eternity.
Finally, before I like to see the video of the Igbanke people that are accepted to be Igbos, what do you have to say to people like Alex Otti? Have been threatened that they must join the APC. What do you have to say in 10 seconds?
Let me tell you, whether they threaten, whether no threatening, we know our mind. You know why they are even threatening him to join APC? Because they know that they have won the heart of the people in the south, in the east as a whole. You understand? He has won their heart. And there is another thing I want to tell you. It's just like what pumped up in Osun State. You know that delegates you as well. support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, you can be in a party. It is a game. You can be in a party, you know, at the same time promote another party. You know, probably that is what many, all those who are Fulani Igbos leaders are going to do. I know that. You know, and him, they see him as a big fish in the whole eastern region. I'm talking about Lesotho. If Lesotho now said APC is going to draw souls into the kingdom of the APC.
Okay, let me allow you and viewers to see the video of the Igbanke people that have declared that now that we are Igbos, I don't think can stop us. Then we'll come back and complete our interview. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Hello, Papa. Papa, who else? Okay, from Sisi. That name is familiar. Ikubo family. Can we know one or two from that family? One or two prominent persons from that Ikubo family.
We have the late Rima's father, Justice Ikubo.
You mean Rima the musician?
Yeah, the musician.
Is Rima Benin man?
No, Rima. From Igbanke.
From Igbanke. Is Igbanke Benin?
At all.
So why are we here, sir? Tell us.
We are gathered here rejoicing because we need separation. We need freedom from these beliefs. Especially like I said before, each time we go for rally, political rallies, you hear the Benin speaking Benin. They don't care if Igbanke is there, if we Igbanke are there. They start with Benin and speaking Benin. So it's like we are marginalized. It's like we are dumb somewhere. So they don't care about us. So when this issue came, so I thank God for the initiative. When this came, we are happy to see how we can go away from Benin and be free in joining our brothers. As far as this normal states is on the ground.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And with the way it is going now, I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu has looked at the popularity of Fubara in Rivers State and the dwindling image of Wike, and feel that if I go with Wike, I will definitely be crushed in Rivers State. So he played a smart one on Wike on that angle, and he's trying to align with Fubara, and unfortunately, Wike is now crying.
Okay, now let us look at speculation out there, because speculation have it that in the north currently, it's understandable that somebody like Shetima is not seen in active governance. Somebody like very dark man echoed it. And if you look at what is happening in the north again, looking at the lives of Malami, the former Attorney General of the Federation under Buhari, saying that what Amakura stand for, they are against him, because Amakura is saying they are going to support Tinubu. But the lives of Malami say no, at the appropriate time, we are going to tell where the north is going. That is he's doing in conjunction with Baba Ahmed, of course, the man that resigned, who was the aide to the president. There are speculation that because of Tinubu is losing his base in the north, that is why he's pushing to bring in a Fubara, bring in an Uba and a Peter Mba, bring in a Borito Shewore, Sheriff Oborewore of Delta State, to make up the loss he is experiencing in the north.
When it comes to the reality like this, the north does not play party policy, they play religion. And that religion is the unification force that is required for them to deliver whatever agenda that they are interested in or that will interest them. You know, so I think from the calculation that's already playing out, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu is looking on how he's going to consolidate power on the entire southern part of the country. You know, using both PDP and APC governors, knowing fully well that PDP dominates more in the south than in the north, and of course that's the angle he is actually looking at it. But I can tell you that somewhere along the line, you know, there's going to stay the mud. I tell you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to stay the mud in the north, and it's also going to stay the mud, you know, in the south, because and they should just leave out the state alone for now. Of the state, they can take the rest state.
There's someone that Benjamin Kano have made it very clear that they're going to collect Abia State.
Bro, nobody's going to take anything away from Alex Oti for now. That state should be left the way it is to honor Mazi nnamdikanu, as simple as that. Mazi nnamdikanu is greater than them, all of them there that call themselves governors. So let it be a mark of honor that Labour Party is trying to deliver more than the PDP and APC governor in that regard. So the game is that it's a life-threatening one for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I pray he survive the Somani, to quit him from office come 2027 if he is not very careful. And I can tell you there's massive meeting when the North will declare their position. I'm not saying that the likes of Danjuma and the rest of them, they can sabotage him. You can see Shetima that's been reported to be here and there now. Do you know where Shetima is heading? Shetima wanted to lead a coalition of the CPC in APC. He wanted to champion, he wanted to align with the corner. You remember they are the one that led Buhari from Daura to Kaduna. They know why they position Buhari very close to them, so that because of accessibility and because of reach and consultation at the end of the day. But unfortunately, Atiku is no go area on this matter. Atiku should just respect himself, and stop fronting himself as a candidate. Nobody's going to take that from Atiku Abubakar. As simple as that. If he's showing that it's reasonable, I'm not saying that Atiku has declared any interest, but the way he's going, please, Atiku should respect himself. If he doesn't respect himself, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will capitalize on competing ambitions, and is going to win 2027 election at the end of the day.
Okay, now let me bring this angle, because as we speak, there are speculation out there that the insecurity we are seeing in the North a strategy to make Tinubu unpopular in the North. Just like the North felt that Jonathan could not fight insecurity, as such, he lost massively in the North. And point is having that the essence of this security in the North is to make Tinubu unpopular ahead of
anybody that's saying that is not true. But I can tell you that the issue of insecurity in Nigeria has been there for a very long time, and we understand the agenda of the insecurity very clearly. Nobody should deceive us as a result, trying to link it to political ambition or interest at the end of the day, or a form of attack to discredit any administration. I don't want to subscribe to that. It's a well-known fact that there is Fulanization and Islamization agenda already away from the concept of the core North that are also politically empowering the insecurity, so that do what they call conquest agenda. That's the fact. You understand? While they are busy pretending, looking at the other side, playing the political aspect.
Yeah, it's a wonderful edition of Politics on the Street today. Today, it's no news that Dr. Ngozi Orabreze is set to commission the first Biafra Washington Embassy. Some persons are of the view that what has Dr. Ngozi Orabreze done to the history and to the struggle, now she's bringing what she has done, that Donald Trump is set to commission this embassy. And so, and then we've seen some persons come out to say that that embassy is just a jamboree. Such thing will never come into reality. Such thing will never come into existence. But the truth of the matter is that these people, are they not tired of the Fulani killings, mines in Nigeria? Are they not tired? Just of recent, some days ago, the Fulani invaded Plateau State and killed over 16 people. Plateau State is now a mine zone whereby the Fulani can easily perpetrate their acts. And now nobody, even the government, is not coming out to condemn this killing. We don't know if the government indirectly or directly, they are the ones sponsoring this killing. And now we've seen someone who has taken over this freedom, this agitator ought to accept to make it a reality. And yet, some persons are still coming out to condemn this woman, saying that this woman cannot, she cannot lead the Biafra struggle. Then tell me, who is then fit to lead the struggle? Now that Mazi Samonepa has been given some restrictions of social media, and now we've seen someone who has come out of our own free will to lead this struggle. And some Igbo leaders are saying that will not become a reality. What does the Ohaneze Indigo really want? What does the Igbo's elders who have been bribed by this government, what do they really want? They want everybody in the entire race to be wiped out, so that nobody can come out and speak about the illegal mines in the southeast, where army, where we've seen some identified persons being killed on a daily basis. And now nobody is coming out to condemn the killing. And yet Dr. Ngozi Oravweze is making moves. And yet we've seen leaders, the Igbo leaders, coming out to condemn that move. The truth of the matter is, the enemy of a man is within his household. And we've seen that those who are against the Biafra struggles are not even outsiders. They are mostly people, even from the Igbo